And then we're going to have a salad, a wedge iceberg lettuce salad with a lime dressing, because you know it's hot. And when it's hot, who wants to heat up their house with the stove and the oven and all of that? So we're going to cook outside, and it's just fun, it's delicious, and it's lighter, and just the way we like to eat in the summertime. I'm actually going to get started on the vegetables first because they need to marinate just a little bit before we cook them. And here's where you can use whatever you like. Today I've chosen some zucchini and some red bell peppers and an onion. Sometimes I add yellow squash, but the yellow squash at the store did not look good, and I'm not going to buy it if it doesn't look good. But you can add whatever kind of vegetables you like. You could put some mushrooms in here, whatever you wanted. So what we want to do is cut them into bite-sized pieces. When you're cooking outdoors, try to plan your menu simple. Try to make sure, you know, these are handy little things right here that we're going to talk about. But these are disposable cutting boards so that you don't have to worry about dragging your cutting boards outside. This is a disposable grill cover for, I'm going to use it for vegetables, but if you're cooking something that's delicate and maybe or smaller, will fall through the grates, these are handy to have. I'm not going to put it on there till I'm ready to put the vegetables on. So we'll set it right there. So let's cut our vegetables. Think about bite-sized pieces. Now zucchini cooks pretty quickly, so I want to have a little bit of a bigger chunk. Maybe I'll cut it in half. You do what you like. And I have a bowl here that I'm going to marinate the zucchini and the onion and the red pepper in. This would have been easier if I'd have cut that zucchini in half first, but that's all right. So I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to cut it into, make sure your pieces are about the same size. Don't have some this thin and some that thick. Keep them about the same. The weather, I grill year-round if I can, but when the weather cooperates, I love to just go outside and cook the whole meal. You know, when you do that, your cleanup is typically a whole lot easier. There's not as many dishes to do. And this is the time that, you know, you want to use the non-breakable dishes and things like that, or paper plates if you do that, which I do. Because it's about ease, it's about fun, and nobody wants to stand around when you're having a cookout or a picnic or something and have to do dishes. Nobody wants to do that, so we make it as easy on yourself as possible. It's about having fun and having delicious food. I love to grill, and I grill often at home, a lot. Sometimes I use gas, sometimes I use charcoal, sometimes I use my smoker, sometimes I use the flat top griddle that the boys got me for Christmas a couple years ago, which, by the way, is my favorite Christmas gift that I have ever gotten. I love that. They totally surprised me with that. Did not expect it, but Christmas morning I had to shut my eyes and they wheeled it in, and here it was, a big, beautiful flat top outdoor griddle, and I love it. And we're going to do some cooking on that soon. If you have a Vidalia onion, even better. If you know, I love onion in my grill and my vegetables. So what you want to do, you think about what kind of veggies that you like. And then here's another way. I want to show you another way to cut up a pepper. But think about what you and your family likes, and that's what you want to put in here. If you will cut around the stem, it automatically gets the seeds out for you. And then all you got to do is trim that little bit of membrane out if you want, and I do. This is a beautiful red pepper. I love red peppers, love red bell peppers. But if you want to use a green one or yellow one, you use what you like. If you've got a garden, I tell you what, it's really good on the grill is those little spring onions that you pull when they're little and just put them right there on the grill. It's delicious. My grill is hot, very hot. And we're gonna do some pork chops and veggies right on the grill. I like to cook the whole meal on the grill if I can. Hear those birds? Can you hear the wildlife behind me? It's so peaceful. I love to be outside, and in the mornings, I love to go outside at home and have my coffee and my quiet time. And I miss it when I don't have that. I love to hear the nature waking up, the birds. Listen to those, they're so pretty. Now you want to kind of cut your onions up into chunks. Now I'm just going to take a prepared Italian dressing. You use whatever kind you like. And you want to pour that over your veggies and then stir them up. And you want to let these marinate for, 15, 20 minutes. You want that flavor to get inside those veggies. It's really good, and make it easy. You can make your own homemade Italian dressing if you want to. I'm just going to use store-bought because it's a whole lot simpler. Add a little bit of salt and some pepper. Stir it up, let it go for about 15 minutes or so, and then we'll show you how to grill them. Okay, so we're just going to set these to the side for just a few minutes. And I want to talk about the pork chops. Now, I bought at my store the whole loin. You can get the whole, it's like this big. I've bought those before and showed you how to cut that up and put it in your freezer to preserve it for another day. You can get you can obviously buy the pork chops already cut, but it's a lot more economical if you will buy the whole loin and cut up the chops yourself. Or, I bet you didn't know this, but if you want to buy the whole loin, the butcher at your grocery store will cut that however you want it. So you can go to the, pick out which one you want, go to the meat counter, ring the bell, and then tell them what you want. You can get, for a family of 4, you can easily get 5, 6 meals out of one of those. So tell them you want to cut, maybe one into a roast, then you want maybe a third of it cut. I like little thin pork chops, just lightly pan fried. And then, of course, have some cut a little thicker so you can marinate them and put them on the grill. But your butcher will do that for you at no charge. So I'm going to clean up this mess. When I come back, I'll talk about the marinade. We'll get the veggies on the grill, the pork chops on the grill, and then we will start on a wonderful salad. I'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty, welcome back. Now we are going to get our pork chops ready to go on the grill. And I want to tell you what I've already done. The reason I went ahead and marinated these is because it needs to marinate for like 3 to 4 hours if possible. At least 30 minutes, but the longer the better, up to like 4 to 6 hours. At your grocery store, what I like to buy is just 1 packet of this mesquite marinade mix. And I mix this with some oil, olive oil, canola oil, whatever kind of oil you like. I don't use the water like it recommends. I use red wine vinegar, just this right here and this right here, stirred together with that marinade mix. Makes a fabulous, fabulous marinade for your pork chops. So what I'm going to do, because I don't have a sink out here, I'm going to put on a glove. I am left-handed, so I will use my left hand. We're going to move over here to my grill, and I'm going to take these pork chops out. Now, I do want to mention one thing to you. Always make sure that you cut a little slit in your side in the fat cap, which I did not do on this one, so I'll do it real quick to show you. The reason is there is a silver skin. I don't want to touch that on this hand. Down there, and if you don't break that silver skin, what will happen is your pork chops will curl, will buckle up on you, and you don't want that. Hear that sizzle? Ooh, it smells so good. The other ones I believe I did. I'm gonna cut this down just a little bit. Watch that fly up there. It'll cut down. It's just that fat dripping. You see, I've already done that one. Be careful. This is not a job for children. It'll die down in just a minute. We'll cut the temperature down to low. That's just getting that fat off of there. See? It's already dying down. Let me get that out of my way. And let's check them. Make sure they're all up there. Turn your heat down to low on this side of your grill. Step back. It's always a good idea to have a water bottle nearby when you're grilling so that you can spray down any flames, but that's just the fat dripping and it will die down. Now, let's get our veggies on there. Those don't take very long. So stir all that together. You can let your vegetables marinate all night long if you wanted to. Now, go to the store and get yourself, it comes in a pack of 3, these little disposable grill pans. It will make your life so much simpler if you are grilling. Stir that all together and then put your vegetables in that pan. Try not to pour the oil on there. And because these are veggies and not meat, the leftover marinade, you can put the vegetables right back in there. Now you can't do that with beef or pork or any kind of a meat marinade unless you boil it for at least 3 minutes. Whew, that's hot. And we'll just get our veggies right on that grill. Woo, it's hot. Burning my eyes. All right, let that spread out. Let that go for just a minute. Gonna be good, gonna be real good. Now, we're gonna make a simple and easy salad to go alongside our grilled food. And it's just a traditional wedge salad. However, a traditional wedge salad typically has Thousand Island or a Russian dressing, which if that's what you want to put on there, you go right ahead. For me, I like a more vinaigrette-y, Italian-ish, something along those lines, balsamic vinaigrette or something, because it's lighter. So, now normally I would, let me show you how to core this. To core a head of iceberg lettuce, you hit it really hard on this part. I'm not going to do that because I want to cut it into wedges, but here's just a little hint for you. If you just hit that really hard, that'll come right out. But I want to leave that intact for my salad. Now I've washed this. I'm going to cut my head of lettuce in half. And then I'm going to cut each half into thirds. And you see how by leaving that little thing on there, cut off the very, very bottom is all I'm cutting off. By leaving the core on it, your lettuce stays in wedges better. We'll just go ahead and cut this one. Depending on the size of your head, you might want to do 3, you might want to do 4. But if you cut through and leave a piece of that core on there, just cut that very tip off, it really does stay together better. This is great for summertime. It's light, it's refreshing. And when the weather warms up, I really just I like lighter foods. I don't want the heavy foods, you know, that we eat other times of the year. I like lighter weight food. Now save that. Certainly don't throw that lettuce away. We will save that for a chopped salad or a burger or something like that. Now let's make our dressing to go over top of our lettuce wedges. All right. Let me check these pork chops. We probably need to flip them. Oh yeah. Look how beautiful those pork chops are. Oh my goodness, look at that, how gorgeous. Yum, yum. Just gonna let those kind of go. Let's check our veggies. Just take some tongs and kind of toss them around. Get any little strays that want to escape back in the pan there. Those are good, they're looking good. Alrighty, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna clean up. When I come back, we will make the dressing for the iceberg lettuce, and I'm gonna show you something really, really neat that you're not gonna wanna miss. I'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty, now we are back. I am battling the smoke in the eyes as we do when we grill. But I've turned my pork chops. I want you to see how delicious these look. You know, every grill has a hot spot, including this one. So find that as you cook, you know, kind of move your steaks or chops or whatever you're doing. Kind of rotate them out. Look at those vegetables, how good they look. They're really kind of done. So I could get those off probably. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and take those off. I'll just let them set on the side. Another great advantage to this little tray is this. Look, you just take them right off there. Remember, it's hot though, so you will need your hot pads. Now, I'm going to let those go for just a minute more. Let's make the dressing for our salad. You will need some extra virgin olive oil. Just a little bit. Take the gnat out. If you have one fly in your bowl, like I just did. All right, we need the zest of one of our limes. By all means, you could use lemon, but lime is just, oh, such a refreshing flavor. I love it in the summertime. Squeezed over everything. Matter of fact, we're going to squeeze one of these limes over our pork chops to kind of add to it. Okay, let's get our lime juice. My wind is picking up out here. Add that. Then we will juice our limes in our little zester. I love my little juicer, rather, not zester, but juicer. Oh, that's so good. Check our pork chops here in just a second. And I'm going to show you something that probably a lot of you have never had. And that is going to be grilled watermelon. Add some salt and some pepper. Whisk it all up with a little bit of chopped parsley. My parsley's kind of wilted out here, but that's okay. We can still use it. Look at my chops here. Okay. If you don't like the flavor of fresh parsley, you can leave it out. I just really do like that herb flavor. I think it adds to it. Just a little bit. Okay. And then pour that over top of your wedges, and you have got just the most delicious, refreshing salad that you've ever had. It really is delicious. So there is our beautiful salads. Now, I bet our pork chops are done, so let's get them off, because you do not want to overcook them. If you've had a dry pork chop in the past, the problem is it's overcooked. And nobody wants to eat overcooked pork chops. So there's our pork chops and our wonderful little vegetables. Let's see if that's hot. That's good. Put that right in our bowl. Can't wait to eat those. Caught on there. If you wanted to put a little bit of your Italian dressing on that, you could. You could also add the rest of your chopped parsley to your beautiful vegetables. Let's see. Now, let's get our watermelon. Let me just turn that over. I have here just some watermelon, and I'm going to cut it into wedges. You want to make them about 3/4 of an inch thick. And then just lay them right on your grill for just a minute, just to let that char get on there. I'll do another one. Just to let the char get on it, and then what we're going to do is drizzle it with a little bit of honey when it comes off of the grill. I don't have, there, we'll just use one of these little plates. That'll be fine, won't it? I love watermelon in the summertime. I just love it. It's delicious. So let's check it. What you're wanting are the little grill marks. It needs just a minute more. Let me turn these up. Needs just a minute. You want the little char marks. Doesn't take very long at all. And you're going to have a delicious, delicious summer dinner that you've done on the grill. I mean, we've done it all on the grill and outside, so you're not heating up your kitchen. You're not heating up, your whole house with the oven. You're just simply cooking outside, which we love to do. I'm going to turn those over. Let the other side just get some grill marks. It's going to be delicious. Then we will put some honey on there. Let that go for just a minute. What else do you grill on the stove or on the grill? Have you ever tried peaches? Cut a peach in half, take the pit out, and then turn them cut side down on the grill, drizzle it, take it off. Once it gets those char marks, and drizzle it with a little bit of honey or maybe some brown sugar. Oh my goodness. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. So we're going to let these go for just a minute. Let them get those good char marks. You're not cooking it. All you're doing is getting the beautiful char marks. So here's our mesquite grilled pork chops. our wedge salad with our lime dressing, our beautiful grilled veggies, and now our delicious watermelon. These other ones need just a minute more. I like to sprinkle it with just a tiny bit of salt and just a little tiny drizzle of honey that doesn't want to come out, so we'll take the whole thing off. Okay, we're crystallized a little bit. That's okay. It's all right. We'll just take that out and get to the honey part down below. There we go. Here we go. Drizzle it with just a tiny bit of honey. If you've got any of the flaky salt, the flakes of salt, oh, even better. So let's get our watermelon off. Turn that hot grill off and drizzle some more honey. And there you go, a wonderful, easy, delicious summer dinner for any day of the week. Thank you for joining with me. I hope you've enjoyed and gotten to see some beautiful wildlife out behind me. Thank you for joining with me here on Everyday Manna. We're going to bring you some more outdoor programs as well as some other great food that we can all enjoy this summer. I'll see you next time on Everyday Manna. Everybody, we have a brand new Everyday Manna cookbook for you. It's Everyday Manna's Southern Style 180 brand new recipes. All the things that you would find if you are fortunate enough to eat or live in the South. Southern style recipes from my kitchen to yours, easy to do, things that you can make any day of the week, like a peanut butter sheet cake topped with homemade peanut butter dressing, potato soup, chicken and rice casserole, a sour cream coconut cake, all